This feels right. Hi, welcome. It's not right. That's fine. I'll fix it. I'm Rachel. This is gonna be a noon flow, 45 minutes. I'm so pleased that we're gonna do this. I'm gonna move my mat rather than, oh, thank you. Try to move the camera. Hey, baby. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, other sweet boy. Okay. Come here, Edison. Come here. I have treats. Can you sit? Oh, good boy. Sit. Wait. What do you have on your ear? No. Wait. Can you wait? Wait. Slow treat. Yep, we're turning. We're turning. I didn't mean for you to see this. Wait. Wait. Perfect. Okay. Good boys. That was pretty darn good. Okay. So, new flow. Gather whatever materials you need. Edison, you're on the internet. Stop that. And we're going to get started right at noon. Ooh, let me know. Well, I've had some requests for like low back stuff. Ooh, some hips stuff to sort of stimulate, ease that sciatic nerve. I've also gotten requests for some heart openers. So hips, low back, heart openers. I imagine there will be some shoulders in there as well. Yeah, so that's the plan. Sweet. Okay. What do I do? Sweet babe. Walter and Edison. What do you think? Who is going to try and drink out of my water cup today? You know what? screens. I thwarted them. They're not going to drink out of my water cup now. What do you think? Okay, all right. We can spend the next 23 hours of the day gazing at each other. Which is basically what we've been doing. Welcome. It's a noon flow. It's going to be approximately 45 minutes. A little shorty. I hope that you're having a wonderful weekend. I don't know how meaningful that is to you these days, but you know, nice. Saturday, new moon. Okay. Let me tuck my jump rope in. There we go. So I'm Rachel. We've not met. Get in there. And we're gonna get started today in a child pose. There's dog all over my mat. There's dog all over everything. Maybe you take a moment to get the dog off of your mat. Something I probably should have done beforehand, but I'm unprofessional. Okay. Let's talk about child's pose for a second. Bring your big toes together behind you. So, just to start, you can either separate your knees away from one another to stretch through your hips right off the bat, to lengthen through your low back a little bit more, snuggle your knees together. Wherever you are, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go for low back lengthening today, actually. Thanks. Fold down. Now, get your forehead to touch your mat, or maybe even a block or a pillow. Just relax it down on something that's comfortable for you. Oh, it's actually really nice for me today. So I'm already doing two things that I don't normally do, which is lengthen through my back and rest my head on a block, but it's working. From here, you could have arms forward to lengthen through your side waist, your ribs. You could have your arms back to open through your shoulders, your back body. Or you could tent up on your elbows, bringing your hands to a prayer position at the nape of your neck-ish. Wherever you are today, just sink in. Let's take a big breath in to whatever shape you're making. Exhale. Sigh it out. And once again, inhale to fill up. Exhale. Easy release. And one more time, inhale all the way. See if you can't hold it at the top. And exhale. And coming into the space, finding a stillness. Can you start to sort of slow your day down a little bit? Your brain, your breath. Maybe you even find a gentle sway along your forehead, your hips. And let's take a short time before we start to move, to commit to simply breathing the best that we're able to. And letting everything physical be secondary to your breath. Not trying to come into this from a place of expectations. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, let it go. And whenever you're ready to move on, if you want to stay in your child's pose for a few more breaths, gosh, take them. And whenever you're ready, walk your hands forward, gently pressing up to a tabletop. Scoot your block out of the way if you implemented it, and find your hands and your knees. Okay. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find cow pose, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your back, find cat pose, press away. Twice more just like that. Inhale, look up. Think about sinking your heart down towards your fingertips. Exhale, round. Can you puff your heart in between your shoulder blades? One more time, inhale, look up. How much space can you make now between your chin and your pelvis? Hello. Exhale, round the two together, curl. Okay. Inhale, back to center here. Now we're going to take a little bit of time, what do you think, to open through our feet today, our tootsies, something we don't do enough. So from here, tuck your toes underneath you and simply walk your hands back until you're seated on your heels, but your toes are supporting you. Hands to your thighs, face up or face down. Take a few breaths here. If you want to soften your eyes or close them, you can. Maybe even finding an almost imperceptible sway to the right, to the left, sort of shifting that weight. And as you're ready, crawl forward to your tabletop, untuck your toes, and once again walk your hands back until you're seated on your calves. But this time, instead of remaining upright, unless of course this is enough sensation for you, in which case, sweet. But if you want to find more of a stretch through the tops of your feet, this is kind of neat. Walk your hands back, lift your knees, and you're rolling back onto the tops of your feet. Just as much as feels sensational for you. Maybe find a gentle sway. Stop when you've reached your edge. Breathe. This is a lot. It's more than you would think. Whenever you're ready. Tabletop. Crawl forward. Tuck your toes. And start to sit back. Really fan your toes out. Couple of breaths. Maybe find a sway. Crawl forward. Untuck. Lean back. Lift as far as feels good. Take as much time as you need alternating between the two. I've been trying to run more lately. Of course, I don't stretch enough afterwards. And even when I do stretch I stretch my feet? No. If you're not into this, you could resume your cat-cows. In fact, whenever you're done, maybe you make some little foot circles. You could tap your feet, just wiggle around, come back to your cat-cows. I know what things are. And start to move more freely in your cat-cows as well. Maybe you swirl through your hips. Maybe you dip one shoulder than the other. Maybe you spiral your hands back. Maybe you come back to that tuck, that untuck. And whenever you're ready to move on from this, if you're not ready, cat-cow your little heart out, babies. Come back to center. Shoulders directly over your wrist, all 10 fingers spread wide, fanning out as much as possible. Keeping your hands facing forward, can you wrap your biceps, the eyes of your elbows, forward as well? So it sort of lifts my heart a little bit. Snuggle your knees in just a little until your knees are underneath your belly button. Tuck your toes underneath you, heart forward, Pull your low belly up and in. And on your next inhale, hover your knees an inch or two off of your mat for floating tabletop. Keep breathing. Notice what happens in your mind as soon as you come to this core work. Is there a little part of your brain that says, I'm out, I don't want to do it? Can you think about simply breathing the best that you can? Let's take one more inhale and lower down on the exhale. Maybe find a little bit of a cat-cow. I like flipping onto the backs of my hands sometimes. Finding a sway. Ooh, wrists. Goodness. And whenever you're ready to find a second round of our floating tabletop, again, if you're not into it, you don't have to. And coming back, recenter through your shoulders, your hands, biceps forward. Scoot your knees underneath you. And on an inhale, hover your knees an inch or two off of your mat. Take a moment to observe just a little if your shoulders sort of started crunching up to your ears as a form of self-protection. Can you lengthen your neck? If you're clenching through your jaw just to get through this, can you soften your top teeth away from your bottom teeth? Big breath in. Exhale, sigh. Big breath in and release. Cool. Couple of cat-cows. Waking up through our breath before we start our flow. Priming our core muscles for the work that is to come. And whenever you're ready, third round. Let's do it. Coming back to your strong stance, knees underneath your belly button. Tuck your toes. That's always been sort of a confusing cue for me, the underneath your belly button thing, because I happen to have two belly buttons. So it's like, pick one, right? Okay, that was a weird thing to say. Tuck your toes. Inhale. Cover your knees. Soften through your breath. One is organic and one is man-made, if you're wondering. Okay, great. Big breath in. Exhale. I'm going to stop talking. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, other than me doing my job and teaching yoga. One more big breath in. And let's find a downward facing dog. On the exhale, lift your hips, step your feet back until you can make an inverted V shape with your body. Relax your head. And maybe you find a gentle pedal through your knees. Maybe you find a sway through your hips, your head. Again, intuitive movement. Do what feels best. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, relax your head. Maybe press back. And on your next inhale, look forward to your fingertips. Exhale, step to the top of your mat to hang, forward fold. Let's be here for a few breaths, y'all. So feel free to find whatever upper body variation serves you. That might be a basket with your elbows. Maybe you interlace your hands behind your head. Maybe you interlace your hands behind your back. Whatever, again, feels right. It's going to be a lot of that today. Maybe you just hang, gently swaying like a weeping willow tree. Can you once again soften your top teeth away from your bottom teeth? Wherever you are, can you let the crown of your head become magnetized to your two big toes? Let's take a big breath in. If you have a bind on your exhale, gently melt your fingers down. From here, anchor your fingers on your mat if that's comfortable for you, or your shins if that's better. And on an inhale, find a flat back. Halfway lifting here. So think about drawing your heart up to meet your tailbone. Don't aggressively lock out your knees to do this. Can you find a soft bend? Can you draw your heart forward? but your shoulders back. Let's take a big inhale and exhale. Oh, fold, breathe, belly to thigh. Whoo. Waking up them hamstrings, y'all. Anchor your fingertips. Inhale. Flat back once again. Can you pull your low belly up? Can your pelvic floor follow? I feel like I do a terrible face every time I engage my pelvic floor, if I'm not paying attention. Exhale, fold forward. And let's find one more just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Pulling your heart forward, but pulling your shoulders down. Big breath in. And exhale, belly to thigh. Head magnetizes down. On your next inhale, reach both arms up. Grow tall, palms press above you. And exhale your hands to heart center. Come to standing. Not your shoulders down your back, but lift your heart, lift your crown. So it's a strong mountain pose. Your hands can be anywhere. If you want to keep your eyes open, fantastic. If you want to soften them or close them, wonderful. Can you use this time to recommit to simply breathing the best that you're able to? If you want to take a moment to set any sort of personal intention to place behind this breath, behind the work, feel free. It could be anything. It could be a taste, a color, a dedication. It could be absolutely simply nothing. You don't have to if you don't want to. But with your eyes closed or open, with your intention in mind, if you set one, on your next inhale, reach both arms out and up. Grow tall, palms press above you. And exhale, swan dive down, forward fold, any way you want. So just because I swan dive down with my hands sort of at my head, if you want to find a wide-armed thing or anything else, you do you. That's just what works for me. Fingertips anchor. Inhale. Flat back, heart lifting. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms and step back, find a plank pose. It's the top of a push-up. Fantastic. If you need to lower down to your knees for this, or your forearms, or anything else, make it yours. But hey, self, talking to myself here, where's your breath? Unclench through your jaw. Think about once again pressing your heart up and through your shoulder blades. Inhale, shift forward. Knees up or knees down. Slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Okay. Drawing your thumbs to your low ribs. So your elbows are pinning back here. Actually, I'm going to scoot back because there's a dog in the way. Press down through the tops of your feet. Shimmy your feet together until they touch. So it's like you have one long leg. Pressing down through your feet, pinning your elbows back. On an inhale, hover your heart for a baby cobra. Only using the strength of your back. You're not really pressing through your hands at all. Let's take a full breath in. And exhale, lower slow. If you want to stick with traditional baby cobra, absolutely go for it. If you want to find a wild cobra, come on with me. This one's going to open through your shoulders and your back body a little bit more. Widen your hands off of your mat. So my hands are still lined up with my low ribs. They're just a little bit wider. And now my elbows are poking up. Spike up on your fingertips. Okay. Press down through your feet. On an inhale, hover your heart. Maybe this one you go a little higher. Breathe. Big breath in. And slowly lower down. Ooh. Sensational. Okay. We're going to find one more round of that. spike up on your fingertips, and you pick whichever one works for you. If you'd rather find a traditional Cobra, go for it. Inhale, lift your heart, press down through your feet. Now maybe you stay stationary, or you could dip through one shoulder and then the other. Whew. Just sort of exploring. One side feels different, perhaps. On an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. Plant your palms, tuck your toes. On an inhale, press up, find a plank. And exhale, downward dog. Spreading your fingers, pressing the earth away from you. Tuck your chin. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop to the top of your space to hang, forward fold. Okay. Inhale, lengthen through your heart here. Pull your belly button up and away from your hip crease. Exhale, fold and draw the two together once again. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. If you want to find a little baby back bend at the top, keep your core strong. And exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen once again. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to your plank. Pressing your heart up and through your shoulder blades. Can you once again dial your biceps forward? Inhale, shift forward. And this one's gonna be up to you. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly or halfway for a low plank chaturanga. Inhale, lifts your heart for the back bend of your choice. If you'd rather stick with a baby cobra or anything else, go for it. And exhale, up and back, downward dog. So, that sequence, that plank pose to baby cobra to downward dog, maybe you choose to take any other variation, that is your vinyasa. I'm going to start to offer those throughout class. Just like every single thing that happens, they're all optional. Skip them. Skip any of this. Yeah. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, lengthen through your heart here. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Again, if you want to bend back, keep your core supported. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, fingertips anchor. Exhale, fold and flow through your vinyasa if you want to. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. If you choose to flow, your exhale lowers you down from plank. Your inhale lifts you for whatever back bend you feel like taking today. And your exhale carries you up and back. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top any way you'd like. Inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, fold forward. Okay. Snuggle your feet together, two big toes to touch, heels slightly parted. Bend deeply through both knees, hollow through your belly, and inhale for your chair. Squeeze your thighs together. Sit your weight back towards your heels, maybe lifting all 10 toes. Can you swim your arms a little higher up, but melt your shoulders down your back? Let's take a very large inhale. And exhale, fold forward and down. This time, widen your feet, toes out, heels in. Sink down. It's a little yogi squat. Keep your fingertips on your mat. I just want you to sway. Big breath in. Big breath out. And forward fold. Walk your feet in. Just a little opening, maybe you find a little bit of a dance. Inhale, lengthen heart. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, plank. Okay, from here, take a big inhale. Exhale, oh, it's forearm plank. Forearms down. And your elbows are going to be a couple of inches forward of your shoulders. All 10 fingers spread wide, gaze forward. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. If you're starting to shake, me too. Big breath in, and big breath out. Woo! One more big inhale. And on your exhale, hips and legs lower. And your heart lifts. Oh, Sphinx pose. Maybe close your eyes. And think about drawing your middle back this time forward towards your fingertips. You could find almost an imperceptible little motion. What feels good for you? And y'all, this is a back bend, right? Breathe into your back. If you don't feel anything, press down through your palms. Draw your heart even farther forward. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Okay, staying in your Sphinx pose for as long as you want, but we're going to be back here again. Travel back to your downward dog any way you want to get there. If you want to visit a child's pose, or if you want to find a flow. Or anything else, like if you want to go make yourself some freaking Jiffy Pop in between, it's your prerogative. Inhale, lift your right leg up, breathe. Flex your foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Okay, spike up on your back toes here. Press down through your feet, hollow through your belly. And inhale, let's find a high crescent lunge. Stacking your shoulders on top of your hips. And you want your hips facing forward here. Breathe. Gorgeous work. Let's take an inhale, sit a little deeper, maybe look up. And exhale, frame your foot. Ooh. Travel home to your downward dog any way you'd like. Inhale, lift your left leg up, breathe. Take one more inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Spiking up on your right toes, hollow through your belly, and inhale, reach up for your crescent. Spending a few breaths. Unclench through your jaw. Shoulders down your back. But can you knit your ribs in? Can you sit a little deeper? Let's take an inhale. Maybe lift your heart. Ooh! Exhale, frame your foot. And downward dog. Okay. Check in on your breath. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top once again. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. A little different. Inhale, reach up. And then on your exhale, I want you to find an open twist. Right arm's gonna dial back, left arm's gonna pull forward, palms face the right. So, notice your right shoulder is dialing back, but can you dial your right hip forward? So you're wrapping from your heart, but your hips are remaining centered. You can look back. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, open twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Again, your left shoulder is wrapping back, but your left hip is rooting forward as best you can. Keep your breath. Inhale, reach back up. Bend your elbows, open heart. Keep your core strong as you bend back. Inhale, press up. Exhale, fold forward. Snuggle your feet together. Bend through your knees. And inhale, reach up. Chair pose. Sink back towards your heels, lift your heart. And how calmly can you breathe here? Let's take a full inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, plank. Okay, option to stay here or to skip every little bit of this. Or if you want to, let's take a big breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Sweet. Feel free to stay right here breathing because it's hard. If you want to make it harder, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, tap your right tricep with your right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, tap left knee, left tricep. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Let's take one more inhale. Sphinx pose. Exhale. How slowly, how calmly can you breathe? Can you notice how quickly things can change from effort to just breathing? Option to stay right here, pressing your heart towards your fingertips. If you want to maximize sensation, all 10 fingers spread wide, pressing down, keeping your elbows like little 11s, so if they want to splay out, don't let them. On an inhale, maybe you hover your elbows. Maybe you lengthen your arms. Don't worry about your legs right now. You could look up. Let's take a big breath in. And lower or slow. Downward dog. Any way you want to get there is fantastic. How am I going to get there? I haven't decided. I'm just going to press up to a plank. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Hollow through your belly here. Inhale, reach both arms up. High crescent lunge. Hips forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open twisting. Right arm reaches back. The left arm reaches forward. Breathe. Maybe look back. Inhale, reach both arms up. Engage through your core. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, press up. And exhale, open out, warrior two. Start to shift forward. Flip your front palm, reach back. Reverse your warrior here. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Okay, lengthen your front leg. Start to surf your right foot into the left foot into the left. It's a wide-legged stance, facing the left. Your toes are in, and your heels are out. Any upper body variation you want to take here, I'm gonna make a fist. Ooh. Draw your knuckles down. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, hinge. Fold, lead with your heart. It's just a wide-legged fold. If you want to open through your shoulders a little bit more, you can reach your fist forward. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. So y'all, the next few breaths are your choice. Free swim. Do whatever you want. If you want to let this spine go, sweet. If there's something you have in mind. If you want to follow along, I'm going to move through some twisting. Plant your left hand underneath your face. Keeping your hips facing forward, inhale your right arm up. Breathe. I feel this intensely through my left hip flexor. Notice if your right hip has dragged back, draw it forward. Let's take a big breath in. Switch whenever you're ready. Right palm plants. Inhale your left arm up. Breathe. Keep your right hip notching back, left hip notching forward. Let's take a big inhale. Lower slow. Bring your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Inhale. Find a flat back. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands to frame your front foot. Okay. Plant your palms, step your right foot back to meet your left plank. Snuggle your feet together until they're touching. Start to roll onto the outer edge of your left foot and lift your right arm up for a side plank. So this can look like anything. Woo! You could lower your left knee down for support, or you could lift your right arm. You could arc, Lord, your right leg. Your right arm is lifted. You could arc over. Wherever you are, let's take a big breath in. And exhale. We'll meet in downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step through. Spiking up on your toes. Inhale, reach both arms up. High crescent lunge. Let's take a big inhale, prepare. Exhale, open twisting. Right arm forward. Yeah. Pull your palms apart, breathe. Inhale, reach both arms up. On your exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, press up. Exhale, open out. Warrior two. Front foot faces forward. Inhale, shift forward. Flip your front palm, reverse, sink deeper. And exhale, warrior two. Lengthen your front leg. Shift your left toes into the right. Yeah, right toes into the right. Wide-legged stance, facing the right. Interlace your hands or find whatever bind serves you. If you found that fist on the other side, maybe you take the non-dominant clasp. Wherever you are, draw your knuckles down. Lift your heart up, big breath in. Exhale, hinge and fold. Yeah. This doesn't make me feel vulnerable at all. Everything's great. Okay, take a big breath in. Exhale, stay or release your bind. And same thing, take the next few breaths to go wherever you want. If you want to follow along with me, you could stick with that same twist with your hand underneath your face. If you want to move into a deeper variation of it, this time grasp your left hand onto the outside of your right ankle. Make sure you're gripping the outside. Inhale, right arm up. Right hip forward. Breathe. Let's take a big breath in. Release. switch it whenever you're ready. Right hand to the outside of your left leg, left arm up. Right hip back, left hip forward. Big breath in. Whenever you're ready, come back to center. Fingertips underneath your shoulders on your mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. And walk forward, frame your foot. Okay. Plant your palms, step your left foot back, plank. Snug your feet together until they touch. Start to spiral onto the outer edge of your right foot and lift your left arm up. Again, your side plank, whatever you want to do here is fine. I lack any sort of natural upper body strength, so I don't really push it. Let's take a big breath in and downward dog. Okay, last little bit of work. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, take it to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Snug your feet together. Bend through your knees. And inhale, reach up. Okay, so a little bit of a blending. Take a big inhale. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Can you pull your right hip forward towards your left thumb? Breathe. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, open twist left. Left hip to the right. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, grow tall. Bend your elbows on the exhale, big old back bend. Inhale, press up. Exhale, fold. Now, separate your feet, mat's foot distance, toes out, heels in, sink down. Yogi Squat. I forgot to do this on our last chair pose. That's on me. Okay, stay here. Maybe you find some sway, that could be enough. If you want to find some shoulder opening, some heart opening, come along with me. Actually, you guys stay where you are. I'm going to turn to face you because I think it's a little bit more helpful that way. Hi. Okay, from here, plant your left hand down to the top left. Really find the resistance between your left tricep and your left leg. And finding that press. Inhale your right arm up. Now this might be enough. You could find a half bind by wrapping your right hand behind, your right arm rather. That might be enough. Keep that resistance. Or maybe you thread your left arm around your left shin. And when you're done, come back the same way that you came into it. So left palm plants, inhale your right arm up. And make your way back to center. Okay. Plant down through your right palm, find the press between your right tricep and the inside of your right knee, and inhale your left arm up. This might be enough on this side. Maybe you find that half bind. Maybe you wrap your right arm around your shin. I can't think well in this posture. And whenever you're ready, right palm plants, inhale your left arm up, and come back to center. Okay, I'm going to turn back to center myself, and taking the next few breaths, travel back to your downward dog any way you would like. If you want to use this opportunity to fly, go for it. If you want to just roll on your back like a little animal, that's fine too. Downward dog is where we'll meet. Maybe you just flow through a vinyasa and make some weird sounds. Okay. On your next inhale, roll forward to a plank. Let's take a very big breath in. Forearm plank. Take a big breath in. And lower your hips and legs. Sphinx pose. Okay. I'm going to offer some options. And here's what they are, because this is going to be the last time that we're here for this class. Stay here breathing, because it's magnificent. Or spread all 10 fingers. Hover your elbows, maybe straighten your arms. From here, snuggling your legs together, maybe you bend your knees. Maybe you look up. But y'all, it is not about touching your foot to your head. It's about lengthening your front body and opening through your front body. So you could stay there. You could bend one knee and reach back. This is really good if you have tight quads. With your heart pressing back, maybe bring your fingertips forward. Switch sides whenever you want. And this is going to culminate with a floor bow. So if you're intensely anticipating that, yeah. And maybe you notice for this kind of thing, one side is way different than the other. It is for me. So if you want to mess around in any sort of Sphinx variation, maybe even opening even more, take that time. If you want to move with me into a floor bow, heart down, chin forward. Okay. Bend up your knees so your belly's on the earth. Reach back. Grab on for your ankles or your feet. Shimmy your legs together, so don't let your knees splay out. Shoulder blades together. Inhale. Breathe. Whatever this needs to look like, y'all. Don't think about how high can I kick. Just think about how much space you can make between your shins and your shoulders. Let's take a big breath in. And exhale, release. Oh, hi. Okay. Hey, sweetness, you all right? This is rude. Okay. I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to the studio. Once you're here, lie on your belly. Extend your left arm out. Keep it in line with your shoulder, palm planting down, and bringing your right hand next to you as a base. So your right palm is planted and your elbow's up. Wait, gaze over to the right. Yeah. From here, start to roll. Onto your left side, maybe you bend up your right knee. You don't have to. Now this is a posture that's really, really easy to personalize. You could do that by bringing your right hand behind you. You could do that by moving your left fingertips up a few inches or down a few inches. You could even bend through your left elbow if you wanted to. Just take your biggest breaths. And your slowest breaths. Let's take one more inhale. One more exhale. When you're ready, Make your way back to center. Ooh. Take a moment, feel the blood flowing back into your rotator cuff. That's my favorite part. Ooh. Whenever you're ready, bring your left palm next to you. Extend your right arm out to the right. Palm's gonna face the floor. Gaze over to the left and start to roll onto your right side. And again, modify this however you need to. This side might feel a little bit different. Breathe into it. Also, when I act sort of annoyed and I say that I'm ready to get back into the studio, I'm also going to very much miss him being as close to me as humanly and caninely possible for every minute. I really love him. I hope that you know that. Okay. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Oh boy. Make your way back to center. Okay. Take a second. Slide back child's pose. Couple of big breaths in. Big breaths out. And gently crawl forward to a tabletop. Find your hands and your knees. If you want to find some cat-cows, feel free to do it. Wiggle around. Whenever you're ready, extend your right leg back behind you. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Make some circles with your right knee one way and then the other. Yeah. And from here, we're going to move into pigeon pose. Draw your right knee to the top right, so kind of behind your right wrist. Cross your left or your right ankle over to the left as far as feels okay. Lengthen your left leg back behind you. And keeping your hips facing forward. You can stay upright or you can lower down. Now I'm already feeling sensation just from being upright here. I think I slept weird last night, but it doesn't matter, you don't care. Oh, he might. Oh, hi. Your pigeon is what I'm saying. Go anywhere you want. Hi, sweetness. Me for you to move. No, that's okay. Notice your breath. Edison, stop. And sinking in to whatever shape you're finding yourself in. Stop. Walter has a little place on his face and Edison can't leave it alone. I'm sorry. Oh, Christ. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Now stay here or do whatever you need. If you want to move towards an upright variation with me, so just another kind of heart opening, chest opening situation. Walk up to your palms, so you're upright here. Your legs are still in your pigeon. Bend through your left knee. Reach back with your left hand and catch on to the inside of your foot. Heart forward, breathe. Now maybe that might be just enough for you. You could utilize a block underneath your right hand. If you have a little bit more space to go deeper, you could scrunch your foot to the inside of your elbow pit. Everything about that statement was unsatisfactory to me, I'm sorry. So this might be enough. Maybe you reach up. Breathe. You could even find a half bind. If you can catch on for mermaid, go for it. I ain't there. Let's take a big breath in. And gently release that. Okay, Swing over onto your right hip. Step your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. So we're spending some time on floor work at the end. I want to. Plant your left hand behind you, but have your wrist against the small of your back so you're not leaning, you're sitting up real tall. On an inhale, reach your right arm up, heart forward here. Exhale to either hook your right elbow to the outside of your left leg and look back. If that's too intense for you, you can hug your right forearm to your left leg and look back. Wherever you are, breathe. If you want to intensify, you could lengthen your right arm. You could even take a half bind or a full bind. Wherever you are, big breath in. Use your exhale, twist even more. Take a brief counter twist, just rolling it out. And swinging your legs behind you, come back to your table. Maybe finding, some cat-cows, some wiggles. Whenever you're ready, extend your left leg back behind, bend up your knee, find some circles one way. Find some circles the other way. And whenever you're ready, draw your left knee to the top left edge, so behind your left wrist-ish. Cross your ankle over to the right as far as feels good. Sorry, Edison. Lengthen your right leg back as far as feels good. Make sure you don't disturb your dog. And maybe sitting upright for a few breaths, hips face forward. Or you could start to fold down. Wherever you are. Coming back to that on purpose breath. Soften through your jaw. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Stay here for as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, press up to your palm. If you want, start to bend through your right knee. Okay. Reach your right hand to catch on to the inside seam of your foot, heart forward. Okay. So this might be enough for you. Maybe you need to bring your left hand to a block. It's cool. If you can scooch your right foot in, fingertips up, go for it. If you can reach your left arm up, go for it. If you can bend your elbow and find the bind. Yeah, I can do this on this side, but not the other. Weird, huh? Let's take a big breath in. Gently release. Fun fact, it's not weird. It's very common. Okay, swim over onto your left hip. Step your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Bring your right hand back behind you. Again, have your wrist against the small of your back so you're not leaning. You're sitting up as tall as possible. Inhale, stretch your left arm up, heart forward. Use your exhale to either hook your elbow to the outside of your right leg or hug your forearm to the outside of your right leg. You could stay here, you could lengthen. If you want to find a bind on this side, go for it. Wherever you are, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, twist. Gently release. Plant your palms over to the left, take that counter twist. Ooh. Make your way back to center. Extend your legs in front of you. Give them a shake. Bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees open wide. If you need to find a little bit of a wiggle, do it. So interlace your hands around your toes. You could bring your thumbs to the soles of your feet. You could grasp onto your ankles. If you want to stretch more through your interior hips, bring your feet closer to you. If you want to stretch through your outer hips, bring your feet farther away. Wherever you are, whatever you want. Inhale, sit up. And exhale, hinge down. If you wanted more length, you could walk forward. But wherever you are, can you separate your top teeth from your bottom teeth? Notice if you're kind of rounding in from your heart, can you make some space and hinge from your hips instead? Big breath in. Big breath out. Whenever you're ready, press your way back up. If you're not ready to move yet, don't do it. We just have another forward fold coming up. And this can be anything that you would like. Legs together, legs a little bit parted. You could find a wide fold to continue stretching through your interior hips if you need that. Breathe. Get comfy. And just so you know, if you want to stretch more through your legs through this, think about keeping them straightened. If you want to stretch through your back, a little bit of a bend through your knees. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. Flex through your toes, bubble up through your knees if you want. Reach both arms up. Exhale, belly to thigh, fold forward. Grab onto whatever you got. Breathe. Yeah. This is hitting the actual spot. That's lovely. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale. Belly to thigh. So for me, when I keep this little bend through my knees, and it's very on purpose, right? I feel it through this outer sides of my back. Breathe. Let's take one more big breath in. And a big breath out. Releasing your feet, slowly roll up until you're rolling down. Come to lying on your back. Maybe you hug your knees in and find a gentle sway. If you want to find a full body stretch, that's cool. And let's move into some bridge. Plant your feet down, knees bent. Run your arms down towards your heels. Scoot your heels up until they're just grazing your fingertips. Or rock your shoulders underneath you. And inhale, lift your hips. Maybe you find a bind of your fists. Breathe. Pulling your knuckles towards your toes. Lengthen your chin away from your chest. Let's take an inhale. Whenever you're ready, slowly lower down notch by notch. Open your arms. Windshield wiper your knees. Hey y'all, we're going to take a second and final round of that bridge, a final heart opener. Stick with the bridge if you want to move into a full wheel. I think that's where I'm going to go, but feel it out. You don't have to. So if you want, scoot your feet in. Bring your hands next to your ears. Fingertips facing towards your feet. So your hands are sort of turned around and your elbows are pointing up as well. Let's start by coming up onto the crown of your head, okay? Cool. On an inhale, press up, press your heart back. Relax your head, breathe. Take as many breaths as you want. Maybe walk in a little bit. And whenever you're ready, tuck your chin, lower down to your crown, lower all the way down. Yeah. Open your arms, windshield wiper your knees. And let your knees fall over to the left. Bring your gaze to the right. Of course, if there's any other variation of your final supine twist, go for it. If you would like to intensify this, you can cross your left shin over the top of your right thigh. Breathe wherever you are. Let's take a big inhale and a full exhale. Whenever you're ready, inhale back up to center. Scoot your hips over to the left, knees to the right. Gaze to the left if you want. If you'd like to intensify, cross your right shin. Simply breathing on purpose. Think about wringing out this time. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale back up to your center. Okay. Ooh. Hug your knees in if that feels all right. If you want to find a happy baby after twisting, reach through your knees, grasp onto the outers of your feet. You could find a sway from side to side. You could lengthen one leg than the other. Now, whenever you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe lift your head and shoulders. Give yourself a big old hug. Inhale to fill up. Exhale. Extend. Your final pose, your Shavasana. Knowing that this can be any shape with your body. Taking a few quiet breaths to find it. In whatever shape you're in, you can take that in any sort of meaning, wherever you are right now in this moment. Let's take 3 final breaths together as a group. Inhale to fill up. Exhale. Inhale to fill up, hold it at the top this time. Exhale. And once again, inhale, fill up, hold it at the top. Try and sip in a little more air. A little more. And exhale. Thank you so much for allowing me into your space and spending a little bit of your Saturday with me. In the name of the highest good, from my heart to yours, to the teacher in us all, I bow with gratitude and reverence. Namaste. Yay. I hope that was all right for you, y'all. If you enjoyed that flow today, I'm teaching again tomorrow at 10:30, and I think that's going to be leading up to, I will tell you all about it, Christina, I promise. I think tomorrow we're going to be doing some dancer pose. So if you enjoyed all of that heart opening. It was for a purpose. I mean, it is anyway, but you know. Tomorrow, I think we gonna dance. Thank you, Daisy. I hope that your back is feeling okay. Sphinx pose always helps me when my low back is, ooh. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here, because I think that I'm running late, as I always do. But thank you guys so much. Please donate. You're the best in the world, keeping us in the kibble. Seriously, you're feeding my animals, so thank you. And I'll see you in the morning of tomorrow. I'm gonna get it together.